Hey guys, are you excited about this? Because I am really excited about this. I got my drawing. Look, I drew it. And I hope it comes out the way that I imagined it because I don't know what I'm doing. So today we are going to be making a Pocahontas doll cake. This is gonna be awesome, so let's get started. Now the items you're going to be needing for this tutorial are 1 doll dress cake, a whole lot of fondant, burgundy, baby blue, white, sky blue, red, and yellow. You're also going to be needing some red candy melts, dark brown icing, silver and gold edible flakes, white pearl sprinkles, and of course, your Pocahontas doll. After you bake your cake, the first thing that we're gonna work with are the candy melts. So we're gonna take a piece of parchment paper and we're going to draw 2 feathers. One's going to be 5 inches and the other one's going to be 4 inches. Turn our paper over. Now, using a pastry bag, I'm going to pipe out our feathers with some red candy melts. And this is what happens when they get hard. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's keep going. Now, once your cake is cool, we are going to cut a hole in the middle of it. Then we're going to cover the entire thing with white icing, roll out a thin layer of fondant, and then add it on the top. Then we're gonna place Pocahontas in the middle of it, and then seal her in with a little bit more fondant. Cool beans! Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're going to give her a top. So we're gonna roll out a little bit of the burgundy fondant, and then we're going to cut a strip that covers her waist and her chest. I feel weird saying boobies when it comes to a doll. Very nice. Now we're gonna add some more details to this later, but for right now, I think it looks really good. And so we are going to work on the skirt. So as you can already tell by the color, I didn't want to do a Pocahontas dress. I wanted to do a Colors of the Wind dress, which is why I kind of changed it up a lot. So to create the skirt, we're going to start with white. And so taking some white fondant, flatten it out with our fondant roller, and then pinch the sides together to create a ruffle. Add that to the side of the dress, and then just keep repeating the process until you've covered the bottom of the entire cake. So before we start with the rest of the fondant, we're going to take a toothpick and we're just going to score our cake so we know where the blue ends and where the burgundy panel begins. Alright, so let's grab our baby blue fondant. Now we're gonna roll out a log and then flatten it out with our fondant roller. And then just create some folds in the fondant. Push down the back and then cut it with a knife, just so we have a clean straight edge. Now applying it to the cake is kind of hard just because the placement is crucial. So you might have to adjust and readjust it a couple times to get it just right. So one side is done, let's do the other. Now I'm going to take the burgundy fondant and roll it out into a log and do exactly the same thing that I did with the blue. Add some folds and then cut off the back. Now we're only gonna need 1 layer of that, and then we're gonna cover it with a panel of burgundy fondant. So roll it out, and then cover the rest of the cake with a single panel. Just like that. Boom! Okay, so most of it's done, We're gonna take the sky blue, the red, and the yellow, and we're gonna roll it out. Cut them into triangles, and then fold each of those triangles into what looks kind of like a flower. And then just repeat the process with all the other colors. Alright, so all of our little decorations are finished. Let's put this baby together. So I think I've touched on this in previous videos, but I love Pocahontas. It's got some of the best Disney songs, I think. She's not your typical Disney princess. She doesn't have the ball gown, and she kind of already knows who she is. Her values and her moral compass is really strong. And maybe it's because she talks to a giant tree, but whatever it is that she's doing, she just needs to keep doing it. Now my favorite song for the movie, obviously, is Colors of the Wind, which is why I'm making Colors of the Wind dress. I live in the city and nature is like an hour and a half that way, and LA is 5 minutes this way. So it's not something that I'm totally immersed in ever, really. Living in the city, everything is unnatural. Buildings and whatever concrete thing they're creating next. Everything that is sort of natural, like trees and stuff, it's either there for looks, or if it's not there for looks, they're gonna take it down and plant something concrete on top of it. I mean, we have trails that go to waterfalls, but it's not even really a waterfall. It's just a stream of water dripping down a graffiti-covered rock. The message in Pocahontas is so strong, you know? Family, taking care of the earth, understanding the cycle of life. These are like all the things that you want to teach your kid. And Pocahontas is great for that because it's entertaining. People try to give me messages all day, but it just goes in one ear and then out the other. Instead of giving me a message, you gave me a song, and now I can sing that song all day, every day for the rest of my life. Now that message is ingrained in my head. See? You see how entertaining is important? Pocahontas represents strong women of color who aren't really represented very often in mainstream media. We need more strong characters like her. And hopefully Moana will be our next champion. And there you have it, your very own Pocahontas doll dress cake thingy, whatever. I'm having a hard time calling this a dress cake. It's like fondant art that has a cake in the middle of it. Whatever it is so glorious. It's like a dress turning into the colors of the wind. Oh, I was kind of on the fence about changing the color of her dress, but I think it complements the blue so well. And I tried to incorporate some indigenous designs too, even the two feathers. You know, it really is amazing to see something that I just drew on a piece of paper come to life and actually be a thing. Like, this is a thing now. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Let me know in the comments what character you'd like me to dress up next. And remember, there are no lines. So boy or girl, you can still rock a dress. See you very soon. Bye. Want to see more? Head over to myrecipes.com and I'll show you how to become a baking rock star. Or you can watch more right now.